Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Tomb Raider. Today we are going to be taking on Natla's Mines, the third to last level in Tomb Raider. There's two more after this, guys. Be prepared. Regardless, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to swim up behind this waterfall. Now I want to talk a little bit about this level. Now that we are out of Egypt, the levels in Tomb Raider are enjoyable. This one I enjoy for the most part. It's not difficult, and it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? So it seems like after Egypt must have just been bad, because I liked the Peru levels. I liked the Greece levels. I didn't really like anything in Egypt, but I like all of these. They're all pretty cool. The one we're going to do in the next episode is actually really fun, even though I guess everyone hates it because it's really difficult. I don't know. There was parts of it that were pretty difficult, but other than that, I enjoyed it. But we'll get to that in the next episode. For now, once again, we are rolling with the post-commentary to keep the series going well, and I really enjoyed this level. I don't know what it is. Regardless, though, you are thrown in, you have no weapons, they were all stolen in that last cutscene in the end of the last episode. Again, I apologize that episode was so long, hopefully you guys didn't mind. But yeah, you have no weapons, and you're going to want to head through this level and just kind of deal with it to begin with. We'll get our weapons in this level, because why would they let you play the game without any weapons at the end and give you all these weapons beforehand? Obviously, we're going to get our weapons, so we don't need to worry about that at all. First off, move this box over here. We're going to need this eventually. It's best to just get it out of the way, in my opinion. Now, there's a room to our right where those stairs were leading up, and you need 3 fuses in that room to activate buttons. The fuses are hidden throughout this level, the first one being here, the red fuse. You're going to need to collect them in this order because you can't access the areas without the original fuse. So it's going to go red, I believe, blue, and then green, I think is the order. But that doesn't really matter, you just kind of need to follow what I'm doing in this. So you're going to want to go ahead, run up here, and put the red fuse in this place. Now you can hit the button, and that's going to move that box out of the way. There's actually a tunnel right behind the box that you couldn't access otherwise. So that's the reason you need the red fuse. So, of course, that's where we're going to go. So you can do the dolphin dive off of that platform, which I love to do. I don't know why, it's cool. This is why you need the box, by the way. I just move it out of the way to begin with, because why not? Makes everything go by faster. Now, in this, you're going to want to continue along through these tunnels. And when you drop down here, there's going to be a jump. I don't make the jump. And you'll see that in a second after we push this box down. I don't make the jump, but instead, you can just get on this box and jump back up onto this platform. Instead of that, I ran all the way around the level and back up to this place from the way we originally came, instead of just going up the box. I don't know why. I guess I forgot or something while recording. Look, I don't know what goes on in my mind while I record. Apparently nonsense, because that was the most obvious thing I could have done, but whatever. It's no big deal. Regardless, we are going to be moving along on the upper part along these conveyor belts that are not moving. Drop down, and voila! It's red, green, blue, of course. Okay, so there's the green fuse. I've figured out these jumps, I think, for the most part now, where you're going to have to jump off sideways like that. I figured them out, which is good. Which is great, because, like, I just said which is good, and then which is great. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's great that I figured those out at the end of the game, where we're only going to do that jump, like, what, one more time for the rest of the game? Yeah. Oh, well. Lucky me. Regardless, we now have another fuse. It's time to go back to the room and put the fuse in. If you're wondering what the end goal is, our guns are actually inside that room where we pushed the box in front of. We'll have to use the fuses to manipulate the large blue box up there in order to crush the ceiling so we can get our guns. That's why we're doing it, in case you were wondering. Now, I have noticed that med pack, in case you're wondering. There's a med pack on top of that green box. I'm going to get that, because that's where we're headed next. Make sure you press this red switch, though, because that's going to move the platform to where you can jump on top of it. Or not on top, you can hang along the sides of it. You know what I mean. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. You get up here, don't forget the med pack. It's right in front of you. Come on, guys. Seriously, you forgot the med pack? Jeez. Sometimes. Anyway, you're going to want to jump off, and you're up here. Now, in this tunnel, I have no idea what's straight ahead. Probably nothing important, because I never go that way. But you want to go to the right and drop down this ladder, and then the next ladder. You'll take a little damage if you just jump off, but I didn't really care, so I just took the damage. I'm a rebel. I also took damage there. I don't know how you're not supposed to take damage when you drop down that, but it's no big deal. Blue fuse. That's the third and final fuse, which is great. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get on top of this platform, and this is kind of where we're going to want to play the waiting game. You're going to jump off of these pipes from pipe to pipe and then get up to this platform up here. And this is truly where the waiting game begins. We have to wait for that thing that's rotating to rotate all the way around. So we're just going to stand here. And stand here. And stand here. Oh, we're going to jump. Yay! We did it. So that's what you need to do. Now, we can't kill any of the rats that have been chasing us because we don't have a gun. For some reason, we don't have a melee attack. Look, there ain't enough buttons for a melee attack. Regardless. Let's get over here. And now, this pipe is what you're going to have to climb on next. So wait for that to go away. And then triangle your way up the pipe. And jump. It's good. Alright. So now that we're over here, backwards jump. Sometimes you have to press triangle there. I didn't. Maybe I'm just amazing at video games or something. Ha, that's funny. Regardless. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to jump through here. And there I have to hit triangle. I think everyone has to hit triangle because that's a rough jump to make. Regardless. So now up here, climbing up these ladders yet again. It's just going to be a very simple task of place the third fuse in the fuse box thing. Hey, you know what would be a good idea when we develop this game?
What would be a good idea?
Let's make them use 3 fuses. 3 fuses. I'm not saying that's a bad idea, by the way. I'm just saying that's just what they must have been like. Like, hey, the 3 fuses, man. We got 3 of them. Red, green, and blue. Let's do it. Anyway, so first, hit the red switch because you're going to need that platform moved over there anyway. Next, you're going to want to hit the green switch so you move it back into the position above the building. And this blue switch, it smashes the box down and up and down and stuff. Yeah. Here, you're going to wait for it and kaboom. There you go. That's what you were working towards this entire episode, just so you know. I don't know if you have to hit the green one, but I always do. Because I feel like I'm not going to make it inside the building if I don't. You probably don't have to, but I would hit it just to be safe. Regardless, here we are, entering the building, where you get your guns. And for some reason, I decided to forget how you're supposed to get out of this building. All you have to do is shoot the windows, but here I am trying to find my way out. Like, where do I go? And then I remember. Shoot the windows, jump out. Okay, so now that we have our guns, there's actually a few other things we can do. I don't really go for 100% in this, but I found this stuff, so I decided why not. I figured I'd show it. There's like an artifact in there. I should show getting at least one artifact, right? That's a thing. I should do that one time during this LP to show you what happens. So yeah, it's a thing. What you're going to want to do is you're going to go back up this waterfall and then get up here. Now that you have the gun, you can actually target the clasps that are holding those boxes to the ropes. Reload, of course, and then you can swing, get over here, and then jump to this other platform and grab this rope. Then you can just drop down. You can just drop down. There we go. I knew I'd do it eventually. Here's the artifact. So, this chalice was used to collect the spilt blood of sacrificial virgins. Once the blood was collected, the chalice was used as a mixing vessel where other herbs and powders were added to turn the liquid into a psychotropic fluid used by Atlantean priestess judges to invoke spirit journeys. There you go. That's what happens when you collect artifacts. You get creepy descriptions, apparently. Look, I don't know. I've never collected an artifact in this game other than that one, so whatever, man. No, I think I got one, and then I went to get it in the video, and I couldn't get it because the save system. I don't know. Regardless, I'm starting. I don't know if you can tell. My commentary has gotten a lot nicer since Egypt. Once again, I actually like this game. For the most part. It's still not my favorite game in the world. But after you get through with Egypt, it's enjoyable. It's not quite the same boring. Look, I think it's because Egypt was just sand over and over again and awful gimmicks. The Egypt gimmicks were just terrible. I don't know what it was about Egypt. They just weren't cool. Like the mines and the next couple levels, those are all cool levels. Hey, this is a relic thing. That's how you get that. But yeah, Egypt is just like boring and annoying. I hate Egypt. Not the place Egypt. I've never been to Egypt, but I dislike the Egypt levels in this game for sure. Regardless, I've been saying that a lot this episode. It's cool. It sounds better than anyway. You know, because anyway is just like, well, anyway. Whereas this one, I'm like, regardless. Let us continue along on our adventure through time and space and Natla's mines. Because why not? Wouldn't that be cool? You know, the Tomb Raider games always have, like, well, always. This and 2013 always have something like spiritual or, you know, science fiction or whatever. Like in Tomb Raider 2013, not to spoil anything, but it's like the island and, like, the goddess of Yamatai and stuff. The Sun Queen, that was her name. It's got that in Tomb Raider 2013. And in this game, you've got the whole Atlantis thing. Dude, look, let's get an adventure through time and space, Tomb Raider. I don't know if any of the other games got it. But still, I use that voice. That voice, let's give us an adventure. Look, I watch The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and he uses that voice. I don't know. That voice I just think is funny. Regardless. There we go again. I'm not even meaning to use it. I'm just saying regardless. It's the best word. I don't know. Don't blame me. Anyway, gosh, I'm gonna keep using that. I gotta stop using that voice. I'm sorry. I'll try not to anymore. Take down the rats, of course. I'm trying to use my game developer voice. I can't remember how to do it. Hey, you know what would be a good idea? There's the voice. That's the voice. So now you're gonna wanna shoot the windows out with your pistols. And then you're gonna wanna go over to this box. Look, I have like 5 voices. I have my normal voice, my game developer voice, I think that's a New Yorker voice or something. That Jimmy does, and it's awful. So there's that voice, and then my game developer voice. That's it. Oh, and my there's only town. There's only town enough for the both of us. That doesn't make any sense. There's only enough room for 2 of us in this town. Anyway, it's cutscene time. So let's get to it.
Sorry, darling. This is the end of the line.
Just hand it over, Larson. This has nothing to do with you.
What's it got to do with you? The Ski-On belongs to Natla. Face it, you got no business here.
I don't have time for this. Get out of the way, or you die.
What you gonna do, shoot me? Come on, Lyra. I just work here. Now, I know how bad you want this, but I can't let you pass. And we both know you're not gonna kill me for it. That's just not who you are.
I'm not who you think I am.
So Lara has now killed a man. I mean, assuming this was before Tomb Raider 2013, of course. That's the only thing with the reboot being an origin story, and Lara just kind of kills everybody in Tomb Raider 2013. That kind of ruins that moment where she had her first, I guess, murder, because she freaks out over it. And in reality, if you based this off of the way the story is now, she should have cared less. But it's no big deal. I just wanted to point that out because, look, I love comparing this game to the greatest Tomb Raider game ever made, even though I haven't played all of them. Tomb Raider 2013, there were a lot of good games that came out in 2013. One of them being The Last of Us. And you know, GTA 5 was critically acclaimed and everything. I still think Tomb Raider was the best game I played in 2013 by far. I don't know what it was about the game. I loved it. I loved it. And I'm going to stop talking about it because I talk about it all the time. Anyway, so here we are in the lava section of the mines. Ooh, lava. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to immediately jump over here and drop down. This, I would have just been like, nah, look, Natla, you can destroy the world. I'm not platforming on top of lava. Sorry. But Lara is much braver than I am, apparently. So you gotta do this crazy platforming. Be sure to go down here. That was not an artifact we collected. Those were your other handguns, the one that actually use ammo, that are much more powerful than your basic handguns. Be sure to go down there. You need those. I mean, not necessarily. You can do the rest of the game with just the handguns, and I think for the most part, I think I did for the most part with just handguns. But regardless, I recommend you get those because they're useful. Anyway, up here, this is the part where I died like 4 times, and I mentioned that in the last episode. I don't know what it was. I was up too high on the rope or something. I would always fall just short of that sliding platform. I don't know why, because that's an easy jump, but it was weird. Anyway, over here, this is an artifact. You don't need to go over here. But you get an artifact / relic. Look, I don't know. Artifact, relic. One of those. You go over there to get it, and then you have to jump on these to get back there. Again, I would just never do this. You're standing on top of lava, and you're balancing yourself on a steel girder or whatever. Look, that's just crazy. It's insanity. I would never do it. But again, Lara is braver than I am. Apparently. So, let's go over here now. And we get to do some platforming on some rocks. And I get to fail at trying to jump. So, once you get up here, you'll have to do a little jump to the other side. Don't dive. I made the mistake of diving. I would have made that jump most likely. But I dove and I rolled and I didn't make it. It was sad. It was a very sad day in my life. But I moved past it, and when I got back to the jump, I made it. So that's great. Now jump over here. Be sure to be on the right side, because there's that sloping platform.
I was hoping you'd show up. I want to make you scream.
Unless you want to end up like Larson. Get out of my way.
It's so good, isn't it? Gets even better. You can't explain it to people. They have to feel it.
Girl, you gotta be out of your mind! Not so hard now, are you?
Here's a tip. Don't stab your friends when they try to help you. Just saying. Anyway, there you pick up the mini SMGs. We've got the shotgun back. We got the... By the way, I didn't mention it. We picked up the shotgun from... I guess his name is Larson or something. The guy that we killed. Basically, the one we actually killed. We got the shotgun from him. We picked up the guns in the lava room. And then there we just picked up the mini SMGs. Or the micro SMGs. Whatever they're called. Look, I don't even know. I don't even know at this point. So it's no big deal. Anyway, so now we're at this pyramid object. And the goal now, well, we'll get to that later. You're going to want to go up this side, though, definitely. And there's actually some special secret hidden collectibles over on this side. So, you know, you might want to get those. It's nothing super important. It's, I think, ammo and a health pack or something, but I think it's important. You might need health packs. So let's pick up some ammo, a health pack, and some more ammo. Alright, so now you're going to want to jump. You don't need to jump down here. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing any items. Thankfully, I was not, so that's always good. Yet again, we are just jumping back up here, and now we're going to start getting into the final puzzle for this level. And that puzzle is going to involve standing on these things sticking out of the pyramid that you can see right here. You're going to have to balance on them and do platforming. It's not the best, but it's alright. So if we jump on these colored ones, they reveal symbols on this door, and they also sink into the ground after you stand on them. So you're going to want to platform on all of them. So let's jump over. This is the second one. Every time I fall, by the way, you'll be able to tell when I fall. I'm going to cut the video back to jumping on the first platform, just to keep things concise. Like here, I jumped off. Here I am yet again jumping onto this one. So that's just to keep things concise. It's already 25 minutes. I didn't want to put you through an extra like 2 minutes or whatever of just me running back, doing the same thing over and over again. So here we go. Let's jump onto this one now. That's 4. And then if we head... Let's see. I can't remember what I do here. Oh, I jumped for this platform, and you can barely make it. But you can jump up from there. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Sorry about that. Anyway, get over to this one. I don't think I make that one, no. So, slide off with this one. Time to restart yet again. But it's no big deal, because with the power of video editing, I can do and accomplish great things in video games. And that's it. So next we're going to want to circle all the way around to get back to this platform that we tried to jump on earlier. It's not a big problem though. It doesn't take too long. So let's jump to it. And we are almost done. So that's all of those specially marked pillars, I guess is what you could say, jumped on. So that means the door is ready to be opened. Now it's just a matter of actually opening the door. To do that, you just platform all the way up to the top, and you're going to want to pull this lever down here, or up here. And with that, the pyramid will open. And with that said, thank you all for watching this episode of Tomb Raider. I really hope you all enjoyed, guys, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye, guys.